just, okay,
Got
there
it?
we go. Okay.
Okay, so today we are here to hear Colin Maneely, Executive Roles and You. His timing is 13 minutes. 13 minutes, I will show this. I don't know, can you see this, Colin?
Yes, I can.
And then 14 minutes, I will show the yellow, and 15 minutes, I will show the red. So Toastmasters clubs are all about you, the member. This means you get an opportunity to develop your skills for yourself. Tonight, Colin will provide us with an overview of the executive roles, club roles, and why you should commit to becoming an executive. Please help us welcome Colin Maneely, Executive Roles and You. Colin Maneely.
Thank you for the introduction, Toastmaster Lynn.
Oh, shit.
Let's put a structure and a concept in your mind. Welcome to corporate America. You work for me. You may be one of my employees or a manager or a supervisor, but you work for me, someone higher up in the corporate structure. Or let's try this other concept here. Has anyone heard of a multi-level marketing structure before? Yes. These are often known as pyramid schemes or the pyramid structure, where you get more and more people underneath you so you can start to see the benefits. In both of these structures, the most important person is higher up on the pyramid. Talking about the CEO or the president of a company or the initial investor in a multi-level marketing structure. When Toastmasters International was conceptualized almost 100 years ago, Ralph Medley decided to take a different approach. And this approach is known as the accidental leadership triangle or the leadership lab. In this structure, the most important person is still on the top of the pyramid, and that is you, the member. Now, I have heard the following pieces of a quote from several Toastmasters over my journey, but I do not have a source here. When you're talking about Toastmasters, we should be thinking about a new motto for Toastmasters International, or maybe a new brand. Toastmasters is about your goals. This is your journey. This is your club and your Toastmasters. Whatever you as a member want out of your Toastmasters club, your Toastmasters club can provide for you. If you want international practice or in running a multi-billion-dollar company, or you want to be a world or internationally renowned speaker, Toastmasters can do that for you. But if you want to just succeed in your personal life or your business, Toastmasters can do that for you. So let's return to the Toastmaster pyramid. As I mentioned, the most important member in this whole entire structure is you. Now, a club cannot exist without members. However, a club can also not exist without the executives. Club executives are here to help ensure the club succeeds. Every single club has its own identity. Every single club has its own unique personality. It is your club executive that decides how you're going to keep that identity. Your executive are going to be the ones to push, to strive, to make sure your identity is upheld. But the most important piece that the executive does is it makes sure its members get what they need out of the club. The most important person in any club is the member, but the executive and executive roles help you as a member, help your club to succeed. So, talking and focusing a little bit more about the club officers or the executive members. Each club has 7 executive members, which are elected. You have your president, your VP of education, VP membership, VP PR, treasurer, secretary, and sergeant at arms. And there is an 8th executive position, which is the immediate past president. And this is an appointed role, and it plays an important role in the club's success. And we'll talk about that later on. You may be thinking to yourself, I'm not qualified to be an executive, I'm too new, or I'm in school, or whatever your reason may be. In order to be a club officer, you need to have an interest in development. If you want to learn how to do finances, be the treasurer. If you want to run a meeting because your company is struggling, take on an executive. Another prerequisite is you need to be open to communication, and you must be a team player. You must be willing to hear the voices of other executives. You must be able to hear the voices of other members, because you as an executive are here for the members. So let's focus in a little bit more on the different roles. What does the club president do? The club president oversees the success of the club. They are the member who chairs all the business and executive meetings. Now that's a little bit of a gray area because it's an old school word, so each club has its own unique approach to that. The club president strives to get the club to distinguished club status according to Toastmasters International. That is how each club is ranked on the international scale. So we are all on the same playing field to see how other clubs are doing and how we can get help. President does serve on several committees, and we'll get to that later. But some of the skills that you can learn from being a president, or you have and you want to bring to your club, include. I didn't want to start on this list. You're talking about stuff like time management, parliamentary procedure, conflict resolution, team building. This is an extensive list. That's you. You're the club president. VP of Education is next. This member focuses on members' goals and any any aspect tied to the club's education program. This is educational agendas, guest speakers, seminars. You are doing a lot of member mentorship. You are also serving on a few committees to help you learn and help your club succeed. Some key skills for the VP of Education include scheduling, conflict management, written in conflict resolution, time management, planning development, meeting management. If you want to schedule things and make a meeting go smoothly, you're the VP of Education. The VP of Membership is the member that focuses in on the member. They are the one who recruit new members. They are responsible for the bulk of the orientation. They are there to assist the member to grow. They serve on one big they are a member of a larger committee. And some skills here that you need or you want to bring include personal communication, personal development and orientation, planning, campaigning, sales, consulting. The next role we have our VP of Public Relations, also known as VP PR. This member is the chair of your club's social media platforms. If your club wants to use Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, this is the member who helps to ensure that this is used the way your club wants it to be used. VPPR helps promote the club. They're your club's photographers. And some other skills that you want to bring in or you want to learn include media relationships, graphic design, networking, even Facebook marketing. The next role on our list is the treasurer. And the treasurer, as well as the secretary here, are quite self-explanatory as they serve a pretty standard definition across the board. But a treasurer manages the club funds. They are the member who is in charge of paying club dues. They will provide and help support fundraising if needed. Skills include budgets, revenue tracking, revenue forecasting, purchasing, consulting. Your secretary is next on our list. And our secretary is the secretary. Nothing to it. You take all the notes. You manage the task list. The skills you can learn from being a secretary include report writing, policy administration, purchasing. You're the club historian or librarian, an event coordinator. If these are your skills or you want to learn this, secretary is yours. The next and the final position within a club executive is your sergeant at arms. Now, if a club is hybrid versus online only versus in-person only, the sergeant at arms often serves as a Zoom master, as they are the member who is in charge of managing and maintaining the Zoom link. They set up the room when you're in person. They bring club resources to the meeting. They are the member who greets new members and to make sure guests feel welcome to their meeting because it is a fun and safe place. The skills that you are going to learn as a sergeant at arms, and biggest one here is customer service. Who knew that when you worked at Safeway, when you were growing up as a kid, that you'll need your customer service job again in your experience? Or if you don't have that, let's learn it from being the sergeant at arms. The last role I want to talk about here is our immediate past president. As a reminder, this is an appointed role. When the president finishes their term, they automatically get moved into the immediate past president title. They are here to provide continual guidance to the club after their term. And they are the nomination committee chair. They are the member who does the search to help get the next executive club. And that can and should include themselves again. So we talked about the roles, but what are the expectations of me if I take on a role? Want to make sure you understand you are never alone when you take any executive role. You have your team there. We as executive and Toastmasters in general are always here to learn. And you have an opportunity to explore new ideas. How can I make Google Drive better? How can I make Facebook better? Or how can I use YouTube? There are some formal officer duties, and this includes club officer training, which happens twice a year. You are expected to attend executive meetings to your best of your ability, and you do serve on certain committees. This includes at the district level, the area level, as well as club, which have smaller committees called event planning committees. So, in conclusion, club executives, we are here as a team. Any of the roles that I talked about, I could have added the word chair. You're the chair of the VPN, VP membership, VP PR. You're the one who is supporting every single club member. You have a chance to develop your leadership skills the way you want. And if you want to move up to different areas within Toastmasters, this is where you start. Or you can take your opportunities and your skills that you've learned here from Toastmasters, take it to other clubs. So, final question for you. Your club needs you to succeed, and you need your club in order to succeed. Can we count on you to take an executive role? I know you can do it. You just got to believe in yourself. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you for such a wonderful speech. That deserves a clap from everybody. Great job. Our next speaker is a prepared speech. Woo Young